I am in rural Wisconsin. Seriously, it says historic village of rural Wisconsin, established 1852. It is also known as Nepewan or Nepewan. It is an unincorporated community in the town of Dayton, Waupaca County, Wisconsin. And coming up here is a one-lane bridge. Yankee settlers were drawn to the area starting in 1851 by its potential for milling using the Crystal River, which is what we are crossing over right now. There are many Greek Revival styled houses on a semi-grid pattern. They were actually hoping for, oh, that's beautiful right there. We're gonna have to stop there. Let's drive around a little bit though. They were hoping for a railroad in this area, but it was bypassed for Waupaca to the north, and economic growth kind of stopped here for like 40 years. Look at these houses though. Look at this. Let me take my camera out, show you this place here. It says the site of Rural Mill is now a cool looking building there. I'll be doing a lot of back and forth here because there's another one right there. There's no sign on it though. What else we got here? We have this building right here. It says, come sit on our porch. I would love nothing more to. That's the, what does it say, the Adams House? I think it says Adams House, 1854. Wow. Here's another one, folks. Sorry to keep going back and forth, but I think that says the Dale House or the Drake House or something, 1850. And then this one over here, this is like the creme de la creme right here. Look at this one. This one is called the, what is this called? This is called the, I can't tell what it says. The Radley House, 1870. Wow, beautiful, beautiful structure. Beautiful structure. Rural was the hometown of author and poet Margaret Ashman. She was born in 1885, passed away in 1940. Their house still stands here in Rural. Other than that, there are no demographics or notable people. This must have been a school at one point. Wow. Rural has been listed on the National Register of Historic Places since 1989. There are 15 buildings contributing to the listing, along with various structures and bridges. Yeah, I can see why. Look at that. It almost looks like a carriage house back there. Oh, so neat. So neat. It just really gives off this East Coast feel, like you're in New England. And they've got lots of little bridges here that go over the river. It almost looks like, honestly, here's another place right here. I can't really see what that says on the inside. I think it said 1850. Oh, it says right here. Halfway House, established 1852. But look at that. They got like little, it's a river, but it almost looks like there's canals. Like there's canals running through here as well. There's another view of the halfway house right there. Some of these places are marked and some aren't. I don't know why. But it's pretty darn cool. Lots and lots of history here. An old Phillips 66 sign. It says Weller's. Look at that. And then it says the Weller's store, rural Wisconsin. Closed for the season, unfortunately. And then you got this little building here. Don't know what that's supposed to be. We have an old motorcycle. I don't know what this is. Could it have been a maybe Indian? Old Indian motorcycle? Maybe even a Harley? I don't know. This building here, that's pretty neat, would you say? It says Weller Collectibles, so I think they're trying to add on, maybe? I don't know. Let's take a look on the inside. What do we see? Can you see anything in there? I mean, I see some stuff, but I can't really tell. What do you see in there? Kind of really neat, though. Neat old building. And then you've got this store, which is unfortunately closed today. Oh, look at all the Coke stuff. Look at all that Coke stuff there. Actual full bottles. Hey, LA Beast, you want to do a taste test? Look at that. Look at the old Coke bear right there. Very nice. It says on the sign there, super groovy junk. Yeah, it's too bad they're not open right now. Take a little peek through the window. What do we see in there, folks? There we go. Wow. Very neat. She's wearing a Texaco fire chief hat. There's a Coke cooler. What do we see in there? Anything? Very neat. Oh, I wish it was open. And then here's the river over here. And the one-lane bridge. So this is the Crystal River. Here comes a truck. There it is. So they got it roped off here so you can't, or fenced off so you can't go down in there. Huh. Okay. And this is your business district right here. These two buildings. The Weller store. Just picture this back in the day. All right, let's get back in the car. Check out more of rural. This says Millinery Shop. Millinery Shop. Well, that must have been the old millinery shop at the time in rural. I don't know if they have any other houses back here. Yeah, that looks like a schoolhouse or something at one point. Hey, it's a house now, but maybe a church or a school. No, that's got a school bell or a church bell. That might have been a church. Very neat. Very, very neat, all these houses here in rural Wisconsin. What a find. Hey, what a gem. Yeah, this is really cool. Really cool area. Glad I came here. Glad I saw this. So this building again, I just wanted to take one more look at. Look at that. It's so beautiful. I love that style of house. Well, this is the Dayton Town Hall building right here. But it says So this is the Rural Historical Society building, Dayton Town Hall. And then we have a sign here. The Historic Village of Rural. It was the spring of 1852 when James H. Jones built his home, now known as the Halfway House, which we showed you earlier, because of its location halfway between Stevens Point and Berlin, in what eventually became the village of Rural. The name rural was derived from what Mr. Jones called his rural holdings. Most exclusively Yankees of British descent settled in the village. They were mainly merchants and farmers from the eastern United States. Most of the early homes were of the Greek Revival architectural style and were built along the Crystal River that runs through the village. The Rural Historical Society was founded in 1987. Since most early homes were well preserved, the society was able to list the village on the National Register of Historic Places in 1989 as one of 2 Yankee districts in the state. As you walk around Rural, notice the various homes' names, styles, and dates. Welcome to our village. Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. And then there's this house again, right across the street. Got to take another shot of this house here. This is called the Radley House. Look at that. That is beautiful. Very neat. Very neat area. All right, back in the car. This is a very beautiful area. I'm glad I found it.
It is.
Very nice.
Could I make a suggestion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over off of Rural Road, over the next road over, there's what's called Cemetery Road.
I went up there.
Did you go through the old cemetery?
I did not because the gate was locked.
But you can walk around. There is a place to walk in.
Oh, there is.
I'm on the cemetery board, and we're starting to do the restoration of stones up there.
Oh, okay.
And there's some incredible stories up there.
Are a lot of the founders up there from the village?
Most of them are. The Potts.
Okay.
The youngest judge ever to sit on the bench in the state of Wisconsin is interred up there.
Really?
Judge Edmondson, his wife, and his mom.
You have an eastern. Where are you from?
I'm originally from just outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
That's what I thought.
So,
You had that East Coast accent.
some of the stories up there, and some of the headstones are absolutely gorgeous. Some of them, it's a work in progress. The town you're in is actually Dayton Rural's.
Right.
So Lyman Dayton is interred up there. He was the first gentleman to be like the town clerk for the area. And
Okay.
they forgot to submit a name for Dayton, so they just used, the state just used his last name.
Right.
So just some of the cool stories up there.
Wow. Nice. Well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate the advice.
And there's one other up there. I'm going to sell the cemetery for a moment here.
No, that's fine.
There's a
Go ahead.
gentleman who was killed at Shiloh.
Oh, okay.
And he actually died on a boat going up towards Indiana. He died. They interred him in Mound City. He was disinterred
And
brought
moved
back
here.
to Shiloh. But
Oh,
after
Shiloh,
the
okay.
war, down here at Weller's store, somebody came in. 2 of his children, they lived in this area, were in the store. He knew who they were, asked them by name, asked their mother, talked to them, asked how his mother was doing by name.
Wow.
And then they went home to tell Mom, and he had left. Mom still insists, the lore is, Mom insists he survived the war, ran off with another woman, and that was him.
Wow.
So one of those neat little legends.
Is there more information? Is there a website or something I can derive information
Actually,
from?
there's
Or
a small book on the rural.
where is it?
It's not in print.
Oh.
But if you would want, if you do have a YouTube channel, my
Yeah.
name is Mark LaChance. My house is right over there.
Okay.
I will put it on loan and just return it when you're done. So if you want, I'll just walk over in that direction if you're interested. You go to northern New Hampshire, northern Maine.
Mhm.
This is what the villages are like.
Right, and
This is a New England village.
And that's what I was thinking when I was driving through here. I'm like, this looks so East Coast. I even mentioned that when I'm filming. I'm like, this looks like an East Coast area. And then when I read that board, because I was reading stuff off Wikipedia, and there's not a whole lot of info there. So then I stopped here and I saw that, and I'm like, Okay, that'll give a little bit more information, but thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
It's a slice of heaven.
Mark LaChance, I will mention you.
Well, the next time you see Field of Dreams, when they ask, is this heaven?
Pretty darn close. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it very much.
Enjoy your day and enjoy rural.
Thank you very much. So I just talked to this gentleman, Mark LaChance, and he said to check out the cemetery and that there is access to get into the cemetery. I don't know where I'm going to park, but he said there is access to the cemetery. So I'm going to see if we can get in the cemetery and kind of look around at the gravestones. And let's see. Oh yeah, I can walk around that. Okay, so I park here, and then we will just hop in or go in there and check it out real quick. All right, we are in a rural cemetery. It says here on this interpretive sign, at a meeting held at the house of L.A. Phelps in the village of Rural in the county of Waupaca and state of Wisconsin on the 7th day of December, AD 1855, for the purpose of organizing an association to procure, lay out, and establish a cemetery. It was then and there determined to form an association for the purpose named above to be known and distinguished by the name of the Rural Cemetery Association. Thus, according to the original minutes, a cemetery was begun. Shortly after, history records that this parcel of land was obtained. We, Andrew Potts and Catherine, his wife, do hereby give and convey the above described piece of land to the Rural Cemetery Association for the use and purpose of a cemetery forever, this 28th day of December, 1855. Over the years, the association has maintained this spot as a place to bury the dead and honor their memory, as desired by the original organizers. Trustees have been descendants of the original settlers and have welcomed new members continuing through the present day. Not a big cemetery, but Radley, I had mentioned Radley before, the Radley house. There you go. You have the Radley house there. You have the Radley gravestones there from the Radley house. I mean, no disrespect, folks. I am basically just coming around here, and there are dogs. Lots of dogs. Hi, guys. What are you guys doing? All right. The welcoming committee, folks. That's a very, very old stone. What does that say here? Oh, I can't really read that. There are some old stones that are broken off. It's unfortunate. Okay. It's kind of interesting because some stones face that way and some stones face towards me this way. So it's kind of weird, but a lot of these stones, unfortunately, have broken off. Harriet A., wife of Julius Jones. Looks like she passed away in 1867. And this is Fred. He died in 1860. Thank you, Mark LaChance, for the conversation. It was I'm glad I stopped and said something to him. Okay, Hyatt. Harrison Hyatt. He was born in 1827 and he passed in 1889. Wow. Very, very old stones here. Thomas Harvey, World War II. He passed in 1999. Thank you for your service, sir. Lyman Dayton, gone home. Died April 25th, 1877. He was 83 years old. So he was born in the 1700s. I love these old gravestones. I mean no disrespect, folks. I am just documenting that you were here. Lyman H. Dayton, only 24. Almeba Dayton, she was only 37. Salome Dayton, I think it says 39. What is this one here? Mellon Chamberlain, died on October 13th, 1857, 28 years and 9 months. Some more that are broken into pieces. Eliza, probably can't even read that. Oh, baby, infant. Oh. Wow. There's a bunch of stones here that are laying flat. Jason S. Jones passed away 1865. I think that says 33 years. Some older stones. Again, I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to document your final resting place. May you all rest in peace. Uh-oh, Barlow. Salem's Lot? Barlow? Some more older stones right here. Another one laying on the ground. It's so interesting how the earth reclaims everything, you know. Like this stone here. It's now tucked away in a bush. I can't even read what that says on there. U.S. War Veteran, thank you for your service. All right. Ooh, that's an interesting stone right there. What does that say? Elizabeth, wife of B. McCrossan, died February 17th, 1921, age 74 years and 2 months. This is probably the husband, Robert McCrossan. He died in 1885. He was 59 years old. Had a nice little visit here at the rural cemetery. Checked out some gravestones of founders of the area. And now it's time to head back home. That's how far I have to go home. 102 miles, 2 hours and 5 minutes. This is by far the farthest I have gone road tripping on my own since I've had anxiety. So I will take that as a win, and you do it anyway. And I got to see a beautiful area like rural Wisconsin, town of Dayton. What a beautiful area. And they have a bed and breakfast here. I want to come back here. Maybe bring Mrs. Yogi, because this place is beautiful. I came here to rural and I filmed. And as I was leaving rural, I realized that instead of hitting record, I hit stop. So I had nothing. on rural. Luckily, I found it while I was here. Caught the mistake while I was here. Because if I would have got home and realized that I had no footage of rural, I would have been bummed out, because that's 102 miles I'd have to come back, which I wouldn't mind. There's other places I want to visit in this area that I just don't have time to do now. It was a church. Yeah, you can see the stained glass windows. Parfreyville Church Hall. Yeah, that's kind of neat, huh? Look at that. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Hype. If you can hype this video, give it a hype. I would appreciate that. It's something new that YouTube's doing. I don't know if it's just creators that can hype other creators, or if it's something that regular viewers can do. I don't know. But if you can hype it, please hype this video. Subscribe. Comment. Liking is extremely important to the YouTube algorithm as well. So please give it a like. I would greatly appreciate that. From just outside of rural Wisconsin, the area, not just rural Wisconsin in general, the little area known as rural or Dayton. This is Yogi. Appreciate you all coming along for the ride. Again, folks, please consider purchasing a membership. That will help me out with costs that are incurred with operating a channel, helping me to get out there, do more for you guys. If you enjoy this content, please consider doing that. Or a super chat. Hit me with a super chat during a live stream, or I don't know if you can do super chats during videos, but hit me up with one of those. We'll call it a gas fund. Until the next episode, folks, this is Yogi. Take care of yourselves. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe and like. I'm out of here.